42 다우징 chen.
Hello, Kyle with the Katana here. And yes, I play Jump Force. If you haven't noticed by my last video, I'm a big anime fan. And of course I'm gonna get Jump Force because I'm an anime fan. However, I feel like many of you might think this video is late, but however, I want to let this video sit. I actually wanted to play the game more thoroughly instead of just having like a 1 week playthrough and then have my opinions that way. But no, I genuinely wanted to think my opinions through with this video, and my final opinion is that it kind of sucks. Now, for those of you who don't know, Jump Force is basically kind of like Smash Brothers, but for Japanese anime, or at least any anime owned by Shonen Jump. For the most part, the character creation is fine. I guess it's alright. If you play Xenoverse, it's basically the same exact thing, honestly. However, I will say the combat does feel a little smoother than Xenoverse, and that's actually the first compliment I have for this game. The combat is actually really nice. It's smooth, it's fast-paced, it's energetic, and despite some bugs, which I will get to later, the combat is actually really fluid, which is a good thing. The second compliment I have for this game is the graphics. The graphics are beautiful. Wow, you can tell that the animators really did care about this game, and the art, that being an anime crossover with the real world, is really nice, and I commend any and every single one of the artists who worked on this game, because they are great, because they did a beautiful job. However, that's about all the compliments I have. Now let's talk about the bad shit. Now, the biggest problem that comes to mind when you think about Jump Force that everyone has agreed on is the roster. The roster is very small, and whenever I look at it, I can't help but feel underwhelmed, especially with the absence of various characters from Assassination Classroom, Hitman Reborn, and Toriko. It just feels very disappointing, to say the least. Since people like to compare this game to Smash so much, then let's go off of the Smash roster. Smash actually has 74 characters, not including DLC characters, and as mentioned before, Jump Force only has 42. Some quick changes I would do for this game is add 2 new characters per of the big 3 casts, that being Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Naruto. And also 2 new characters for both Hunter x Hunter and Bleach, because I feel like they, especially for how important they are very underlooked. And of course, I would add Kuro Sensei, Aurelie, because both of those characters are pretty well liked, especially Aurelie, because she's been around for a long time. Or at least have Aurelie as a DLC character. Another thing I would add is, of course, some Hitman Reborn characters, some Toriko characters, and I would also increase the Black Clover and My Hero Academia roster from 1 to 3, because I feel like those those shows are also very underlooked, considering how important they are. The other thing I have problems with are with the bugs and glitches, because they can get pretty annoying. I'm sure this is something that will be fixed with patches, as long as my next problem with the game. However, it's still something that's pretty, bothering to me. Another thing I have to talk about this game with is the load times can be unbearable at some points, especially if you're trying to load into an online match. They can feel really tedious, but most anime game servers aren't that great, so I guess this isn't necessarily unique to this game, but it's still a problem nonetheless. The final thing I would like to touch up on is the story. And like most anime games who try to have an original story, it's not that great. It's usually the background of the game anyway. However, the game doesn't really drive you to play the story anyway, because it only has the 2 characters it gives for extra, but it's like they don't seem that interesting, and so I have no reason to play the story. And for those of you who even really care, the story is basically a carbon copy of Xenoverse. You know, some angry person is trying to threaten to destroy the universe, and you have to make a character to save all these evil characters from the games that you love, and it's kind of bothersome. It just feels tedious. And honestly, after that, that's all I have to say about Jump Force. I know I joked around earlier in the video saying it's a bad game, but I think bad would be isn't a great description for the game. More disappointing, I think, is the best set of words. Personally, I'd give it a 6 out of 10 for now. Possibly a 7, considering patches and what they will fix. However, I'm still incredibly disappointed for the amount of hype I have personally put in for this game. My Boruto video, for those of you who care, will be out soon, I promise. Sorry, I just want to get this video out first. Thank all of you who have put up with my bad audio. Sorry I couldn't get a mic in time. And see you in the next video. Bye.